Welcome back to the field here at Reser Stadium, where Oregon State just wrapped up its fourth conference game of the year against Colorado. Oregon State now 0-4 in Pac-12 games after dropping the 17-13 decision to the Buffaloes. Oregon State with a couple chances on offense near the end of the game to try to take the lead. Couldn't quite get it done and falls to 2-5 on the season. I'm Josh Warden, play-by-play voice for KBVR-FM, alongside Brian Rathbone, the sports editor for the Daily Barometer, and Brendan Slaughter, the FM sports director for KBVR, as well as the color commentator. Thanks for watching the Orange Media Network football recap. So again, Oregon State dropping this one by 4 points. Nick Mitchell and Seth Collins splitting time at the quarterback position. Brian, what were your kind of main thoughts from this game, Oregon State and Colorado?
Well, they moved the ball really well between the 20s. Once they kind of got into the red zone, the offense faltered. I mean, obviously they didn't come up with the big plays when they needed them in the second half. But I think there's a lot of positives that you can kind of take away. One of the things you're going to start to be doing is they're going to start rolling with the two-quarterback thing again. Nick Mitchell, he had some really good moments in the first half and even a little bit in the second half. But those last two drives just couldn't get it done. Gary Anderson in his press conference thought he played actually really well, and that his receivers need to do a better job of making plays for their quarterback. I mean, the one that really kind of sticks out in my mind is, the Victor Bolden, end of the first half, perfect pass, right on the money. That's a big gain, could lead to a lot of points, but dropped. I just think that, I think it's a good move to go back to the two quarterbacks. They went with Seth Collins for 6 games for playing basically all the minutes, and he kind of got exposed as someone who can't really move the ball through the air, and so they're still going to try to use both quarterbacks in games, just kind of see what's working. So if they're having more success running the ball with Seth, they'll probably roll with him.
Seth Collins with 50 rushing yards on the night. Nick Mitchell, 9 of 24 passing. Oregon State did, however, have more than 200 rushing yards in this contest thanks to a breakout night by Ryan Nall. So, Brendan, your main thoughts on this Oregon State loss to Colorado?
Josh, call me crazy, but Oregon State's defensive improvement. This same Colorado team put up over 30 points last week against Arizona, and this week Oregon State's defense, they got 2 huge stops in the fourth quarter when they needed it. Kalani Sitake's defense, 17 points, and if you hold a team to 17 points in Pac-12, you shouldn't lose. This does not fall on the defense tonight. Kalani Sitake's defense, for the first time all year, clamped down on a Pac-12 opponent, and they did what they needed to do to win the game. Offense, anemic at best. This game, you can't score 13 points and expect to win a game in the Pac-12. It's just not going to happen. And with that being said, this one falls in the offense, like you were saying, offensive production. With that being said, I would be surprised if new offensive assistant Gary Crowton does not stay a lot longer to fix this offense. It's just not flowing right now. It did for the first drive. After that, Oregon State never really threatened to get into the end zone again, safe to say. And my other big takeaway, definitely the emergence of Ryan Nall. I said in the preseason I thought he could be like a Toby Gerhart bruising type back, and Brian called me crazy and said that that the running back committee was very full. But Ryan Nall tonight, great performance. He looks like he's going to be the workhorse. He looks good. If I had to say, he's definitely the starter moving forward, at least in my opinion. But that's bottom line. Oregon State's defense improved. They, considering all the injuries, Larry Scott and Treston Akud out for tonight, 2 starting quarterbacks out. Their defense was up to the challenge tonight, played very well. Offense, long way to go.
So the Oregon State offense had 401 yards tonight compared to Colorado's 328, but the Beavers couldn't convert it to points, went 0 of 3 on 4th down conversion. So again, Oregon State losing this one 17-13. Thanks for watching the Orange Media Network football recap. OSU will go on the road to face Utah in Salt Lake City next week. Follow along to the Daily Barometers updates in the newspaper, KBVR-FM, and the rest of the Orange Media Network platforms. For Brian Rathbone, Brendan Slaughter, I'm Josh Warden. Thanks for tuning in.